from the apology to Oladiji saying if he is genuine that he wants us to make peace, he should go and withdraw the case in court. How safe is it for Aiyedatiwa to do that?
You see, when trying to make peace, I think that's the first process. That is not out of place. You want to make peace, you need peace, then withdraw the cases in court. It's not out of place. Because that's the first way to prove that you are not trying to be smart. You don't call me for a peace negotiation and behind you are also plotting something else. That's very good in the current Nigerian days politicians. You are doing something and at the same time what you are doing, it's what is not genuine. So to prove a genuine struggle and a genuine means for reconciliation, you should also must make a provision of an act that can establish that peace. People sometimes, because of the level of politicians we have, what we need to do most times is to always see the best we can to actualize the sanity in our system. You see, Nigerian politicians, it's just very common. It's just very common that people now copy the wrong thing as the right thing. The challenge now is, what are we teaching the youth out there? What are we teaching those that will take over from us? Those of us that are learning, those of us that want to take over the leadership aspect of life in the future, those of us that seek to be in leadership tomorrow, what are the current leaders actually teaching us? Because in the state assembly, you see so much of division. You see so much of division. If the governor of the state cannot on his own come out and be proactive to make peace among his assembly members, or does it mean that the governor is also having a faction he belongs to? Or is it a plot by the governor of the state? Is the governor not aware that there is a division in his own legislative assembly? Because if the governor is aware, he ought to have called both parties and then called for the be in charge of reconciliation. The governor would have taken charge of that reconciliation. So what is now stopping the governor from exhibiting his electoral act or right as a governor? See, when a governor is in a state and you are now being biased, you are now trying to create something in the assembly, people that are supposed to be lawmakers, and then you have already bringing into politics, you are bringing politics, even though politics brought them on the table, and you are not trying to ensure that there is a proactive measure for governance. You see, the problem we have is, after election, what do we face? Governance. We cannot finish election and go back to politics again. No, when you finish election, the next target or the next thing you should be looking at is governance. When you think about governance after election, you can have a good system. You know, sometimes our politicians does not know that these things speak for us after now. It's just like the case of Anyanwu that do not have anything to use in campaigning in Imo State. Because if you have something you can use to campaign, you will not use the position you want to acquire as a promise, fake promises. Because those your deed are what speak for you in your next ambition. Those things you have done before are the yardsticks. Those things you've been able to put in place for your people. They are the things you used in campaigning. So if you want to observe sanity in the state, you must first think of how to make your things right. So I want to make it clear that in as much as we are in a state whereby we are living in a lawless society, people are now resorting to self-help. Our security agencies can no longer be behind us any longer, because everything has been bought, justice has been bought, security has been bought, every other thing, the economic aspect of our life has also been bought. Today, people were buying fuel. We were struggling to buy fuel for 591 from the LNPC filling station. But right now, it has been increased to 680 naira. Nobody is saying anything. None of these state governors are saying anything because they can afford any numbers of liters they want. They can afford any amount they want. You know, why are you going to leave a burning issue in the society, in the state, or in the country, and we'll be talking about in-house problem? In-house problem when we have a burning issue. We have burning issue right now. I want Nigerians to wake up to that. We can no longer strive. We can no longer succeed with this situation. Petrol that was supposed to be how much? We were buying for 161. We are complaining. Now nobody's complaining again. We are buying below. We are buying 120 something naira. We are complaining. Now it is 680 naira. As we speak, 680 naira. Some filling stations 685 naira. And nobody is complaining. None of us House of Assembly members are complaining. Everybody is just keeping quiet and we are buying it. I think there should be the NSAS situation to be called back. We need an NSAS situation. So on the other hand, if you want to make peace, then I think the best option is that you go and withdraw your case in court and then can talk about peace. Not you trying to see how you want to outsmart others by leaving your case in court and calling for peace.